Hi, I'm Kix. I love food, travel, and motorbikes. This year, I wanted to see my own backyard, Canada. So I decided to ride the second largest country in the world, coast to coast, on a 250cc dirt bike. It was an incredible opportunity to see the real Canada from inside the kitchens of real Canadians. These are the people and foods that make up this incredible country. Welcome to the Cooked in Canada motorcycle adventure. Welcome to Yellowknife, the next stop on an incredible coast-to-coast culinary adventure located on the northern shores of Great Slave Lake, the deepest lake in North America and the 10th largest in the entire world. The area here was originally inhabited by the Dene First Nations people, who were known to make and trade knives made out of copper deposits that were found along the Arctic coast. At the time, they were known as the Yellowknife Indians. With a variety of resources in the area, Yellowknife was put on the map in the 1930s for its rich gold deposits and later abundance of diamonds. Located north of the 60th parallel, it means in the summer month, dusk dips into dawn, providing weeks of endless daylight and virtually 24 hours of sunshine. One of the most unique attributes of the area is the Aurora Borealis sex tourism that draws in thousands of Japanese tourists every year who believe that a child who is conceived under the incredible northern lights will be born into a world of good fortune and abundance. Welcome to Yellowknife and the incredible Northwest Territories. Whoa, I've seen some road obstacles before, but that, my friends, is the one big ass wild bison. Shit. Yeah, you could kick my ass. Just coming up on the bridge over the mighty Mackenzie River. It looks like things are in full thaw mode. Woo! Oh man, the temperature changes really fast. It just dropped like 15 degrees over here. Holy, I was sweating a second ago, now I'm freezing. I managed to see the last chunks from the massive ice breakup on the Mackenzie River from the Decho Bridge. Never one to ride in a straight line. I make a detour of some of the smaller communities along the Yellowknife Highway and stop to talk to a few of the locals. And then, well, puppies. Oh wait, I heard puppies. I was gonna pull away, but then I heard this little barking over here. Yeah. Oh, look at these little guys. Oh, look at the eyes on this guy. Holy.
One of a kind, blue eyes.
Wow. What kind of dogs are those?
Half husky and German.
Whoa, those are going to be big dogs.
Yeah, you see their paws?
Oh, pretty cute. Hey, little blue eyes. Hey, little blue eyes. How are you?
Outside there with me, somebody might steal them. It's nothing this one here.
Before the sun sets, I find a place to camp. Creekside, along an old fishing camp, and enjoy a biker dinner for one. Dinner time. We got some couscous here. We got some canned sardines there. I don't know if you can hear the creek in the background. We're at Mosquito Creek in Northwest Territories. And the ambiance behind me of someone's old sled. This looks like a fishing camp, so maybe they took it down hunting or something like that. Not exactly sure, but romantic dinner spot, and hopefully a good spot to spend the night camping. Bon appetit, couscous and sardines. I can't believe this is going to be a cooking program. Though unusually warm during the day, the May nights are freezing cold.
Reporting live from the tent, 6:30 a.m. It's freezing cold. It's still a little early in the year. So I've got my jacket over my feet, my rain jacket over the middle, my biker pants over top of the rain jacket. Use the water bottle under my head here for a bit of leverage. Keep my head up. You can see the water. Can you see the water bottle? The rest of the biker clothes.
After thawing out, I make my way into Yellowknife to meet up with local mixologist Skye Plowman for a unique cocktail class and a look into the colorful side of Yellowknife.
It's a great city. Like, it's super inclusive. Like, there's a huge queer community. It's very educated. Like, it's like a mining city, yeah, but it's also like a government city. Ton of, white collar government workers. It feels like educated in culture. There's a good music scene. I mean, like, you've got unique northern, like, indigenous culture, but also, like, living up here attracts, like, a certain style of person. Yeah, because everybody who, like, comes up and hates this, get on a plane and they leave. Like, 3 weeks later, they get their paycheck and they're like, I am never coming back. Hi, I'm Skye Plowman. I'm a bartender here in Yellowknife. Right on Great Slave Lake, I'm gonna make you my North Star Old Fashioned. Great thing about this is it's used with locally sourced sapsucker birch syrup. It's great. It's got a more like molasses-y flavor than just a regular sugar syrup.
So that is birch?
It is birch syrup. So this is like maple syrup, but birch harvested from birch trees. This is the time of year where that sap is just starting to like really start flowing.
Let's just try a little. This will be a first for sure.
Yeah.
So what would this usually be used for cocktails? Or?
Sort of the same as like a fancy molasses. It's a little bit thinner than that. Like you can absolutely put it on pancakes. You can mix it in with like yogurts, marinades for grilling.
Like it is sweet. But if you hadn't told me what that was, I would have had no idea. But yeah, I would have guessed probably a molasses of some kind, but I wouldn't have been able to nail it.
They do a version that's also mixed 50-50 with maple syrup as well. If you really just want to double down on the Canadiana of it.
Right.
This is gonna be the base for our old fashioned here. Now, this is thick stuff, a little goes a long way, so we're just gonna use a bar spoon. Any old fashioned needs bitters.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do 4 dashes of Angostura. We're gonna add just a touch of water. I'll usually add just like a 1/4 ounce. And then, of course, bourbon.
Classic, whenever you open a bottle of bourbon, you just throw the cork.
That's what I do. It's because it's been well loved. There we go. Try and use something that's a little bit on the sweeter side. Okay. So like a Bullet, Maker's Mark is another good one. Yeah. But, you know, whatever bourbon you like. Okay. Tuck some ice in there. There we go. Again, we're just going to like combine this and chill this down. So this is great. That's right where I want that to be as far as dilution and chill. And we're going to quickly just get an orange peel in there. This orange was $2 in Yellowknife. $2 for an orange.
So the booze was likely cheaper per shot than the orange was?
Actually, like when you price it out, just about, yeah. It might come out in the wash. All right, we're gonna just express that orange peel just to get some oil in there. And this could be done. This could absolutely be like, here you go, enjoy your drink, sir. We're gonna double down on the northern flair with this bad boy, and I'm gonna smoke it. So we've got a little smoking concoction, and we're gonna stuff this with, these are dried out. This is a great use for dried spruce tips.
Let's see, this one here, a little similar. I've seen a lot of fresh green buds in a little container before, but they were never spruce buds. They were of a different variety.
You try and locally forage the other buds in containers, then the owners of said buds might come after you. You really gotta watch yourself. Fire this up. All right. So you can see that smoke going right down to that drink. And we'll just put a cap
the aroma on that is really nice too, actually.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's like, gives it like this really great like campfire smell. We're just gonna let that combine in there.
Okay, pause and take it.
The North Star cocktail was smoky, sweet, and sensational. I can honestly say before this, I had never heard of birch syrup and had no idea that Yellowknife had such a great queer scene. Next up, I find out I have an uncle in town. Lucky for me, he likes to give tours.
No, that's fine. Okay, so explain the houseboat situation. Why do people live on houseboats up here?
Well, people live on houseboats. For one thing, they don't pay taxes.
So any city taxes, like land taxes?
Land taxes, yeah. And there's teachers, there's professionals live out there. 20 or so, 30 of them? I would say there's a good 24 houseboats. There's a fish market out there in the wintertime you can drive to it.
And the fish market is just fish from the lake. Would it be whitefish or?
Yeah, whitefish, trout, pickerel, and cod.
And this is Pilot's Monument.
This is Pilot's Monument.
This is a beautiful spot.
Yeah, you see a lot from here.
Yeah.
After Uncle Carl shows me around the city and Pilot's Monument, he takes me out to the Ingram Trail to show me the starting point of the infamous ice roads that are used to haul supplies to remote mines in the winter months before heading to my next stop. A VIP tour of the delicious exhibit, put on by the Prince of Wales Northern Heritage Centre with the help of territorial archivist 𝗔𝗯cie 𝗂𝘁 𝗫𝗁. This is an invaluable look into the cultural foods of the North.
My name is 𝗔𝗯cie Kozoliak. I'm the Territorial Archivist at the NWT Archives here in Yellowknife. We're at the Prince of Wales Northern Heritage Centre, and I'm happy to show and tell all about the delicious exhibit that we have on display here, which features archival photos that celebrate northern food and foodways for the public to enjoy. We're really happy about this. It's been really popular.
And if you were to describe to someone from, let's say, Hawaii, who'd never been to this part of the world in their life, they've never been to Yellowknife, they don't know anything about the icy culture up here, and they were looking for a food experience or something that represented the foods of the North, what foods do you think you would recommend for them to maybe see if they could track down?
Well, for me, my first go-to is fish, and I think fish is something that is predominant in all of our foodways across the North. You access different fish out of different bodies of water. It's interesting to see the different styles in different communities. Moose and caribou are always delicious foods to access. But I'm also a berry picker. So if you can manage, I think the most special outing that you could probably do is to come around when it's berry picking time and make friends with someone somehow who will maybe take you to their berry patch. And they might have to blindfold you, be lucky enough to come with them on a berry picking route. To me, that's the one that's the nearest and dearest to my heart. And it's also done across the North, all the way from the Arctic coast all the way down to the South Slave.
Amazing. When I think of the North, I do not think of fresh berries.
You can see her pouring the sap into the bucket.
Oh, that's a lot of sap.
Pardon me?
That seems like a lot of sap.
It is. It is. It runs. Like, this is the time of year. It's probably over now because it's really warm. But the run, like, it's like the maple syrup that doesn't run as much, and it's not quite as sweet, but it's still, it's a treat that people have been harvesting for a long time. It's from a camp.
This is the fat on the outside?
This is the skin. This is the skin, and then the fat is this pink stuff.
Well, it's like two, wow, those are very vibrant differences.
Aren't they beautiful?
Whoa.
So this is what's happening here is the skin is being, it's being hung so that the excess fat drips off and the water drips off. And then after a couple of days, then it's sort of cooked, boiled or cooked, and then it can be stored for a really long time. And the way that you eat it is really small pieces. You use like soy sauce. So you cut it up into the little pieces and you can dip it into soy sauce.
Like the large chunks of sashimi.
Yeah, it is. It is. This is such a great shot of Eileen Orlias and Pauline Ardebois.
I like how dressed up she is.
Oh, that red, we could not, like that red suit.
That's
so
hilarious.
good. She's holding a knife.
Got the knife and the headband and the sunglasses, but still cooking a duck at the same time.
Just so good. They're doing this on the shoreline. That's likely Mackenzie River behind them.
Okay, yeah.
Or Decho, singeing the duck. Duck and other waterfowl, other migratory birds are really important parts of our food. Making food during a competition. So often during festivals or gatherings, we'll have these tea boiling competitions.
Oh, they're in a food competition.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's gated
cool.
off. And what you do is so like tea boiling competition or bannock making competition. This is bannock.
Yeah.
You start, it's timed. They've got the wood on one side, so everyone has to run, grab their wood, grab all their supplies, and then make the thing.
That's awesome.
Under time. Oh yeah.
The original food cooking competition.
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. So we do these kinds of competitions all the time.
Oh man, that'd be so good to see live.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, just honestly, you come to a community that's having a community celebration, and you'll often see this sort of competition.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you're looking to try muskrat heart, caribou ribs, campfire bannock, or want to know how to make a whoopee cushion from the crop of a grouse neck, follow me inside the teepee of local Dene First Nations 𝗔𝗯cie 𝗂𝘅. But to get here, I first find myself alone, staring down 100 feet of swamp water from the seat of the Honda, engulfed by a few thousand mosquitoes, and eventually have to get rescued by my host. Alright, time for some off-road adventure here. Hopefully this goes where we want it to go. Because the bike's a little heavy for rock climbing, but let's see what happens here. The roads ain't dirt, they're rock.
Hopefully don't get dizzy watching this video as we bob around the hillside here. Snow sled, I'm guessing to haul goods in and out on. Anywhere your quad can go, my bike can go too. Oh, well, that's a problem. That might be the end of the road for us, because that is some swampy ass muskeg. Because if we get stuck and my boots get wet, it's going to be super sucky. I was really excited thinking we could just drive along the rocks the whole way, but that shit ain't rocks. That's some swampy ass muskeg. Fuck.
Okay, so new plan. We break a branch off the tree, walk along the muskeg edge, and poke it in the bottom to see how deep it is. If it looks like we're gonna make it, we'll go for it. If not, well then, this party stops right here.
I don't know. Like, I think we can make it. It's probably gonna be okay. But I don't actually know if this is the right way we're supposed to go because I haven't talked to the guy, I haven't seen anybody here. And two, I don't really want to get wet feet and fall over in the mud. But I think we're gonna try it. Woo! Come on. Come on! Look how deep there. Holy fuckers, that was a tricky one. It's a rough ass road.
Stopping to check a few more holes along the way, pull over and park the bike just to get a look at what it's going to look like coming across. And I turn around to check the camera and... oh, fucking hell.
Well, that wasn't bad, I guess. The only time I dropped the bike is when I wasn't on it. Ah, fuck. Well, hopefully this is the right way. I think we're at the end of our road here. I'm not sure we're getting through that big pile of muskeg. Oh yeah, I think this is on our league. No, I think we've maxed out here. It just goes on and on and on and on until I get around the corner there. I can maybe do like a few feet of this, but whew, I don't know, 100 feet of this. It's not looking good. Okay, I've had to abandon the bike because of the excessive swampy conditions behind me here. I had to put my anti-mosquito headband on to try and cover my ears as much as possible. I know, a nice look, huh? This is all, like, it looks like grass, but it's basically all water underneath it. So as soon as you step on one spot, it's actually this underneath. I mean, the obstacles just don't fucking end around here. Look at this shit. I'm gonna try a new tactic. Hey, Donovan! Donovan! Hey, Donovan! Well, the squirrels heard me. I don't know if that dude did. Well, rescue drone, let's see it happen.
After an hour or so not finding him, I finally saw the rescue drone, and sure enough, I find his camp.
Okay, I think I found him on the rescue drone. I went and flew through the guy's camp over there, and I see someone on a quad, so hopefully that means they're gonna come back and grab me. How's it going? You Donovan? Yeah, Donovan. Oh, Kix, nice to meet you. That was, I felt like I was on a rescue mission there. I'm like, I'm just gonna send the rescue drone in to see if I can find out where they're at.
I abandoned Goose the motorbike and hop in the rescue Argo with Donovan as we trudge our way through the swamps back to his camp. Donovan shows me around his trapper's tent with aromatic spruce bough flooring before unloading coolers of Boreal forest bounty for the buffet. After cutting the wood, he uses birch bark which lights like gasoline to start the kindling he cut. Here he explains how the trout was cut and laid on a stick to dry for preservation.
A tub of muskrats.
Oh my god. I've never seen one muskrat on a menu, let alone 4. Next on the Boreal Forest buffet, out comes a spruce grouse he shot the day before. He explains to me how when they were kids, they would take out the crop, blow it up, and dry it out, and make it into a whoopee cushion. And set it on someone's seat, boom. The buffet just keeps going. Out comes a giant caribou rib on the menu. You can hear the crunch of the...
Yeah, there's cut edge in there.
Okay, yeah. This thing is gigantic. Picture Rudolph's ribs on your barbecue grill. Oh my God, that thing is ginormous. Wow, they're definitely not the most handsome creature in the forest.
Teeth are super sharp. Like one time we caught one in a trap and I took him out, but he was still alive. So when I went to grab his neck, because like then you pull it to kind of dislocate his spine. Yeah, he turned and bit me. Yeah, there's still a scar there. Kind of like almost like a happy face.
Oh yeah, oh it does look like a happy face scar. Damn.
You know, if you get a cut and stuff, you can just put spruce gum in there and put some spruce gum in there to kind of hold it closed. My dad said like the, you know, the soft stuff, the inner layer, like kind of under, somewhat like down, I guess, but it's for on animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could mix that with spruce gum and put it in there, like if you have a bigger cut.
And make like a little band-aid
Yeah.
or like a patch maybe. Spruce gum and muskrat fur and you got a whole new layer of skin. Donovan explains that the caribou hair is a real pain in the ass and it sticks to the meat while you're cleaning it and cooking it. It's quite coarse and doesn't exactly singe off like, say, pig fuzz or anything. Let's talk about muskrat. This is like the most exciting part, I think, for me, because I can visualize people eating caribou. I've seen people eat, obviously, different chickens from the bush, but I've never in my life seen anyone cook or eat a muskrat.
It's really kind of in the springtime and stuff. I get cravings for muskrats and ducks and geese.
Yeah. Because you know it's the season?
Yeah, the season's coming and soon you start getting that warm weather, a little bit of melting. And
I thought fixing the muskrat was going to be a little complicated, but a few zips of the knife and this thing is turned inside out with its fur jacket off in a matter of moments. So he's wearing a little winter jacket, it's about to come off. From there, a bit of quick knife work and that thing is on the grill. Muskrat time, baby. So of all the things from the forest, what's your favorite thing to eat?
the best one is the moose tongue. Cut out the tongue and then you just like slice it down the tongue. Make little steaks and normally just boil it up. Yeah, it comes out pretty good.
The bounty of bush proteins here is out of control. We've got reindeer ribs, muskrat, muskrat tail, spruce grouse, bannock, and don't forget those big potatoes you chucked in the fire earlier. Removing those little suckers requires some crafty work with literal tree limb sized chopsticks.
Hot bannock.
It's fresh off the fire. Woo. I mean, let's just have a look at that grill of smoky and charred goodness. You won't find the Boreal Forest Buffet anywhere else on the planet. Muskrat and beaver are anything similar in the taste or not at all? Like, would you know the difference if they were on a plate?
Oh yeah, yeah, they're not super similar. And like some beaver that are more around in poplar country, they're a little bit more stronger. So like you'd eat it with mustard.
Beaver and mustard.
I noticed the one around more birch country don't taste quite as strong, but you know, still just eat it with mustard anyways.
Just like a regular, just a yellow mustard from the store French's,
Yeah,
that's
just
it.
the French's mustard and
That's
a little bit of salt and beaver meat and dip it in the mustard. And
So that is the muskrat ready to go. Now, how do you know when it's ready?
you don't see no more blood. It's all cooked.
Look at this little thing. This is the tiniest little arm, a little muskrat arm. The muskrat heart for me.
Muskrat heart, yeah.
Oh, I feel honored, I think.
See if it tastes like the chicken heart.
Look at this little itty bitty muskrat heart. I would say they're different. This one tastes like a little bit, I don't know, like a meatball maybe? I don't know what that. Let's do a side by side here of the muskrat rib and the caribou rib. Just a little tiny muskrat rib and a big ass caribou rib. Okay, here we go. This would be my first muskrat experience. Well, I guess I had the heart, but this would be the first meat. That's pretty good. I wouldn't say I can think it tastes like anything else I've ever had before. You kick like a turkey breast and the skin on the outside, maybe like the turkey leg, the skin on the outside of that. It's kind of similar because it's like a dark meat. It tastes a lot like muskrat meat. Eventually though, the fun must end, and Donovan takes me back through the swamp in his 8x8 Argo. This whole day was unbelievable. I rolled up expecting to maybe try a wild chicken or something, and instead ended up at a boreal forest buffet of caribou, fish, muskrat, grouse, and campfire bannock. I've been to churrascarias in Brazil with less selection. What a remarkable experience. When it comes to Canadian culture and cuisine, Yellowknife and the Northwest Territories are truly like no place else on earth. The land where the buffalo roam, the food can still be foraged, and people come from across the globe just to have sex under the most magical sky on the planet. Next stop, Hay River. Or at least I hope to make it there. I'm running out of gas again. No, I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh, balls. And the bike is running on fumes.